Hey, here I am again for story number 6. This one is titled Healing the Twisted or Art Imitates Life. So I guess maybe we better start with the story first and then I'll show you some pictures. Some of you guys know my son Sean. Sean always, well, he doesn't always get what he wants, but he raises hell if he doesn't get what he wants. So many, many years ago, when he was a little boy in preschool, he decided that he wanted some animal crackers. When I tell you it was kind of a crappy night, it was a crappy night. And okay, I decided I would go out and get the animal crackers because he wasn't going to settle down unless he had the animal crackers. So I go out to get the animal crackers, going along, minding my business. Some guy comes and runs right through the red light and trashes me. Totally trashes the car. It's actually Kimmy, my wife's car. Have a picture of it here. Sadly, the insurance company would not trash it. I had to go to the emergency room. It was a nightmare. I had hair then. I had all this glass in my hair and my beard. Total pain in the butt. Here's the image. All mashed in, windows broken. The insurance company said, oh no, we can fix it. Well, it was basically a new car. So I was like, no, I'm not going to do that. So anyway, I had a neighbor that was an attorney. And he's like, oh, please, you've got to let me take care of this for you. He says, you are not going to be able to get this car replaced otherwise. So after a lot of thought, it's like, okay, I guess we'll do this, but I don't want to go to court and a trial. I said, no, that's fine. We'll go to arbitration. We'll have an arbitration hearing. So it's like, okay, we go to an arbitrator. Well, let me tell you what happened. First off, I had to go to physical therapy. It was a nightmare. I had to sit on ice and I had a total pain in the butt. Anyway, so I went to all of this physical therapy. Then the date comes for the arbitration hearing. It's downtown Baltimore. I have my Toyota Previa at the time. My wife's car, as I said, was trashed. So I'm driving this Previa and my neck is still really bad. My back is hurt really bad. So it's like, okay, now what am I going to get into this downtown parking garage? I said to my wife, look, this place is downtown. It's in this big building downtown. It's like, all right, well, I'm going to have to go early. So I decided we were going to go like 2 hours early. So I had plenty of time. And I'm driving this van. I've got this van. Driving this van down into this underground parking garage. And it's like totally jammed. And I'm having one hell of a time. And I'm trying to back this thing to the space. The guy's like, no, no, mister, you got to back it in. So I'm backing this thing and my neck is hurting and I'm having a hell of a time. And there's this person in a black Mercedes that keeps honking the horn. Hurry up, hurry up. And it's like, hey, okay, sorry, I'm doing the best I can. Hurry up. And it's like, you know, it's sort of like Popeye. It's all you can stands and you can't stands no more. I let it go. I let it go. I'm like, oh, wait, I'm sorry. I'm trying to back into this space. Finally, I let the F word fly. I said, go F yourself. And I'm doing the best I can. So, anyway, here we are. I finally get into this space. My wife and I go and have some lunch, and we go upstairs to the arbitration hearing. I get in the hearing room, and my attorney's there, and I'm talking to my attorney, and the other guy and his attorney is there, and whatnot, insurance company people, all around this room in this table. It's kind of like a big conference room. Anyway, there's a person there that's taking, like, I guess a court stenographer or whatever. They're taking, like, typing, taking all this stuff. Anyway, the woman says, please rise for the honorable blah, 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 blah. And in comes the honorable whatever his name is. And yep, you guessed it. It was the guy I told to go and F himself from the parking garage 2 hours earlier. So this is a cautionary tale. Be very, very careful who you flip off and who you tell to go and F themselves. So anyway, we all sit down. I lean over to my attorney and I say, hey, I told this guy to go F himself earlier on. He turned white as a sheet, and I thought he was going to vomit. Should have seen his face. He's like, what? Anyway, so we go around. The judge sits down. He looks at everyone. Mr. So-and-so, good afternoon. Da, da, da. He says, Phillips, Mr. Phillips, you look very familiar to me. Do I know you from somewhere? And it's like, No, Your Honor. I'm like, I don't know you. So it's like I'm convinced that I am going to lose and my wife's car is going to be trashed. Anyway, we go around, they do all the proceedings, and I win. He awards me the money, which was whatever it cost to replace my wife's car. But the best part of this is, as we are leaving at the end, they shake hands with all the attorneys and everything else, and they say goodbye, and I hear him say goodbye to my attorney, and thank you very much, and blah, blah, blah. And when he gets to me, he gets real close, and at first I thought he was going to kiss me. He leaned in real close to my face, and he says, thank you very much, Mr. Phillips. Oh, and by the way, go F yourself right back. So there you go. You know, at least he didn't hold it against me during the trial. That's the way I look at it. So the moral of the story there is be very careful who you tell to go F yourself. Now, so the title of this, as we said, was Art Imitates Life. So as far as art imitating life, I did a whole body of work that was called Healing the Twisted. And again, it was all about my experiences with physical therapy and all the stuff that I had to go to. Let me show you some of my sketchbook. Here's my sketchbook. Here's some of the exercises that I had to do. Here's the guy doing the neck twists and whatnot. Again, these are all photographs from Healing the Twisted. Here I had to wear these weights around my neck. So I did this kind of barbell thing with this guy. This is all full of that. Let's look at a few more. This next one, again, was all about pain. And I had a bunch of pain medication. And this is a tough one to see because it's got a glare. But if I get in close on it, this was called Woman Riding a Horse Called Pain. So she's got like nails that are going into the back, and there's pain medication and an IV drip there. So again, I think you can get the idea of this. This was kind of a sad body of work, to say the least. This next one was I had to sit on ice for a period of time. So you guys can see this one. This is a 10-pound block of ice that I got. And she was so mad at me. I mean, I'm like, okay, now we're going to do this really quick. And I'm going to put this on your back. And she'd do it for like 30 second increments. And she finally, I couldn't show her face. So I put her face in her hands and she's gone, 29, 30, get it off. It's like when I finished, the poor girl had this giant red mark on the back, on the top side of her back. So there's that one. Again, most of these images consisted of crutches and leg braces and all different kinds of things that had to do with healing and physical therapy. There's another one. This last one is actually one of my very favorite photographs of all time. This woman had a Canadian crutch, and I think the thing about this that is so wonderful is this model. I mean, how could I go wrong with this girl? She had this amazing curvature of her spine, and the back is just incredible for the shape. So again, that's one of my favorite images of all time. Okay, so there again, you know, cautionary tale. You know, be careful who you flip off in a car. Even though it was 2 hours earlier, who would have ever thought that the judge would be the same guy in the parking garage? So be careful. Okay, I'll see everybody next time. Okay, bye-bye.